What's going on, people? Welcome to Throwdown, episode 285. I'm your host, Tony Polanco, and tonight I'm joined by Emilio Lopez.
What's up, people? Still in New York.
Carlos Romero.
Yo. Still in Texas.
Adam Vale.
Still in Chicago.
Brett Murdoch.
Hey, party people.
Oh, man, he stole your thunder. And Brian Manjoma.
Wait, is Brett bored this whole time?
Yes. Yes. Call back. You already know, man. All right, for you guys who may be wondering, like, hey, wait a minute, Tony, you missed somebody. No, Chris is he's out for the count tonight, people.
He's recouping.
He's recouping. He's got to recharge them batteries. So, it takes, like Carlos said before the show, it takes a lot to do these charts. You needed a break.
Yeah, man. He after that one chart, he's like, I need to go into the Odin sleep.
Yes, the Sealy sleep. Anyway, we're back with another one, and this one is gonna be more like our old prehistoric throwdowns, I call them, where it's basically a bunch of little things that happened that we're just gonna go through. Nothing really major happened. It was one of those weeks. We had a bunch of microtons.
Yo, man, we gonna talk about Waka Flocka?
No, we ain't talking about. We ain't going that fucking old. Damn.
Flocka, I remember that.
It's the throwdown. It's the throwdown. No, we ain't talking about that Flocka.
My bad. Wrong chick.
That's the wrong girl, son.
Anyway, I feel like everybody knew a Flocka. Everybody knew somebody.
Yeah. Couple of shout outs before we start. I want to give a shout out to Danny Pena and Paris Lee of Gamertag Radio for having me on one of the latest episodes where we talked about, me and Paris specifically, talked about the PS5, next gen, and all that other good stuff. It was before I saw the Unreal Engine 5 demo, so I was pretty pessimistic about next gen, but it was a really good discussion nonetheless. And I think, shout out, this episode isn't up yet, but I want to give a huge shout out to my man, Paul Amadeus Lane, me and Manny's friend that we met at E3. I was recently on an episode of Tech Zone with him. We talked about, next gen, and I also did a little bit of a segment for, I forgot there's a World Disability Day or whatever. So, I gave my thoughts on that. So good stuff. That'll be up, next week. So look out for that. I will retweet it as always, And with that, what's up, Manny?
I said good stuff, man.
Man.
It's always cool to see. I'm gonna miss. There's so much I'm gonna miss not being at E3. I mean, granted, not about all the game stuff, but just all the folks that we won't be seeing this year.
Yeah, I mean that kind of goes in general for everything. Like I was talking about this the other day. By the way, I got to hang out with Manny yesterday, which was very, very nice. We had pizza and everything. It was good, man. We
had our social distancing lunch.
Yeah. Although I don't think we were 6 feet apart. We were like 2 feet or something.
We were 2 feet. It wasn't much.
Yeah, whatever, man. If I catch the shit, I catch the shit. But my thing is, like, I didn't realize how much I needed that. I felt very, very, I felt more relaxed than I have in like 2 months. Obviously I'm not depressed or anything, but this shit, your boy hasn't been happy for a while. This shit is all fucked up. So it was nice seeing you and, just doing what we normally do, man, eating and talking,
Yeah, it's kind of like I haven't seen. I mean, other than than Jossie, I really haven't seen anybody in the family or anybody friends or anything in a while. Since March.
Yeah, no, you're right. Exactly, since March. Like I only see my mom, and sometimes I see my cousin. She comes by, gives me some food or whatever. But other than that, I haven't seen any fucking body, man. So it was a relief, to hang out with you and just do what we do. And thankfully, I'm going to be seeing one of our other friends on Monday for Memorial Day. Because I'm at the point where I'm like at my wits end, like fuck this shit. I gotta hang out, man. I'm gonna drive myself fucking nuts. I haven't even had alcohol in 2 months, man.
That's what I'm saying. When that time when you were talking shit about these guys hanging out in the park, I mean, that's it. A lot of people just snap. If they just live in a box and they don't have anybody around, they snap.
They snap, yeah, man. By the way, speaking about that, we saw these old guys in the park fucking wrestling and shit. Like they ain't social distancing.
Nice.
They didn't give a fuck.
I mean, they were all doing all kinds of stupid shit. They're like, man, I'm gonna beat you up. Yeah, I'm gonna drop kick you up in the head. I'm like,
I would have jumped in on that shit.
Yeah,
Let's
no,
do
I
this
know,
with my
there was
straw,
that
like
one
Hulk
guy.
Hogan.
That was the one guy talking about the old price. Like, I remember back in the day, they used to sell ice cream for $1. You know, and man, he was like, yeah, that's true, they did.
Man, Tony, I hope that's your voice when you get older.
I hope so too. Imagine if I saw like that. Hey, welcome to the Throwdown episode 557. I'm your host, Tony Palago, and tonight I'm joined by Emilio Lopez.
That's awesome.
He's like, why are you going to buy that Mr. Softy shoe? You could go over to the store over there and get you some ice cream.
You want Mr. Softy? Let me pull my pants down.
Which by the way, in New York, Mr. Softy's rolling around.
Yeah, the ice cream truck was still doing its thing, man. It is very nice. Like I was telling Manny yesterday, it was very nice to see businesses slowly reopening, in that area.
It makes sense for that because you don't sit down anywhere. It's like, here, I just hand you this. You go the fuck away.
Yeah, pretty much. We went to Valentino's, we got our pizza, and we went to the park across the street,
Yeah.
That's just how it is. Yeah, but that's how it is. You're right, Adam. It's like the store's open. It's like, okay, get your shit, get the fuck out. No mask, no service. Simple as that. Now, man, I should do the whole show with that voice. Tonight, we're going to talk about Grand Theft Auto selling 130 billion copies.
There we go.
Anyway, let's get into it, man. So, yeah, first topic we're going to talk about is 130 million units of Grand Theft Auto 5 have been sold, people. And, of course, I want Brian's take on this shit.
Why? How? Where? Who?
People just triple dip, man. We talked about it. We all double dipped, or triple dipped, or quadruple dipped.
All right, hold on. No, we're going to go through this one by one. How? Right? How did they do this? Because somebody turns 16 every day. Why? Because it's Grand Theft Auto. Who? Oh, actually, well, Brian, who was it? Who? What? Just let's go through these.
We like where and why.
Where? The internet. Why? Because
the planet.
Earth. And then why? Because GTA. Yeah, no, but Adam's right. It's like we all double dip or triple dipped in this shit. I quadruple dip if you count the Epic one. Like it was free over the weekend.
I didn't.
Manny, I got 2 for you, man. Don't worry about it.
You got 3 for me, right?
Yeah, I got 3 for you. So you can consider yourself double dipping too, because I got 2 for you, man. But this is the reason why. Think about it. This is the reason why Rockstar only released one game this generation. That game being Red Dead Redemption, because Grand Theft Auto 5 itself is a last gen game. It's making too much money. Check this out. Take-Two Interactive's latest financial report suggests a record-breaking net booking of $2.99 billion. It's fucking insane. So, like, this is why you're not getting any new games. You ain't getting no Manhunt, Adam. You ain't getting no table tennis,
Man, just port this shit. Don't even have to struggle. Come on, get Jimmy that works in the back and be like, yo, you know how to port shit? I got all these emulators. Yeah, then fucking do it. Just port this shit to Switch and everything. Come on. We don't have a good table tennis game.
Yeah, check this out. So these are the top-selling titles from Take-Two. Take-Two being Rockstar's parent company. So Grand Theft Auto 5 is 130 million units. Red Dead Redemption 2, 31 million units. NBA 2K20, 12 million units. Borderlands 3, 10 million. And The Outer Worlds, 2.5 million. I didn't realize The Outer Worlds was that successful for them. Good for them.
Yeah. It did very well for them.
Yeah, that's awesome. I don't really have anything to add to that other than Rockstar's making a shit ton of money off of this shit. GTA Online, man, that's what's keeping it going. Let's just be real. Those shark cards, bro.
Make a sequel to that, though. That's like my only question. Are they just going to keep upgrading it?
It's a good question. I'm glad you asked that because I don't know. Like, do they even have an incentive to do a sequel if they're making this much money?
I mean, the question is when GTA 6 comes out, is it going to be there?
I don't know.
And especially since the Hauser brothers are no longer part of Rockstar anymore.
Yeah, no, that's a good question. And then, going back to a report we talked about before, how supposedly GTA 6 is going to be not as big as GTA 5 initially. They're going to just release like more updates just because of the fact that Take-Two wants Rockstar to release shit more regularly. We don't know if that's going to happen or not. But yeah, the fact that Dan Houser's not there might be something. But yeah, I don't know how to answer that. It's like, what incentive do they have Actually, no, Brett. Here's my question to you: do you think for GTA 6 it'll just be like an updated GTA 5? But if that's the case, wouldn't they have to incorporate whatever the new map of GTA 6 is in there too?
I think actually it'd be an excellent time to be able to roll back without getting a lot of fan backlash. It's perfectly feasible to say like, hey, this can't go on forever. The economy has been out of control for forever now. They don't really have many more places to go. They're writing themselves into a corner. It would be best to go back to, hey, here is a brand new version of GTA Online where and then you can just kind of sneak in the fixed economy and everything like that. And we're like, even if you have limited car selection, we're like, oh, there's only 16 cars. Yeah, but it's in higher fidelity and you can do all this other stuff. And maybe they threw, some of the like biking and weightlifting shit in there. You know what I'm saying? Like they'll sell it on some things, but you'll have to take the rollback. And that's what, as gamers, we're used to that. But in the sequel, you always lose all of your powers. Like, it's just a fucking thing that happens.
Yeah, and also, just because GTA 6 online comes out doesn't mean GTA 5 is going to be automatically shut down. They could still have their cake and eat it too.
Oh, I'm sure they will.
And then basically you start just getting people to migrate over to GTA 6 online and all that. So yeah, it's possible.
But they also said that they plan on revisiting their whole back catalog, and we're already seeing that with the Mafia collection and all that other stuff. So.
Wait, is that like official? Like Rockstar said that?
No, the 2K.
Oh, 2K said that?
Yeah, 2K. Yeah, they said that with the plans that they have going forward, that they had like 96 games in the works, and they started breaking down numbers of like, oh, this will be a mobile.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, and they started breaking all that down, and they said a large majority of games also what they plan on doing is revisiting their older collections and bringing them back to a modern era. And we're already seeing that with the Mafia collection. That they're redoing. Like right now, that's a mess. I don't know if you have this on your list to talk about. Because if not, I could bring
with the Mafia thing.
Because it's
I could talk about it. Yeah. Right. I mean, do we have anything else we want to say about GTA? There's nothing much. It's like, it's 103 million. They're probably gonna sell 20 million more. I'll throw that in because I did hear something about Mafia. So what's going on, Adam? Why don't you inform us, sir?
All right. So there's a trilogy, right? That's coming. First, if you'll see it, it's like pre-order and the whole thing. That's $60. It comes out in August, but you can get all three. Well, two of them separate, and there's different stipulations and perks with it. So let's say if you have Mafia 3 already, then on the current gens, then all the DLC is free, right? So no, there's no fixings or anything. Even if you wait for the trilogy, there's no special touch-ups or anything. That's just going to have all the content. Same goes for the PC end. Mafia 2, if you own that on PC, you will get the upgrade to 4K for free if you own it on PC. Because remember, Mafia 2 did not come to current gens. You could play Mafia 2 backward compatible on Xbox, but they're not counting that. So if you have PC version of Mafia 2, you're not going to get the 4K free update. That free update is only for people that own PC. Then Mafia 2 is out, and they did no remaster. They call it a remaster, but it's just an artwork touch-up because they even said it. Like, we didn't change anything. We didn't add any new mechanics. We didn't add any new DLC. It's just prettier. It's just been bumped up to 4K. That's $29.99.
Yeah, hold on a second. Whoever's making that noise, can you mute yourself, please? Thank you. I don't know who's doing that though. That'd be you, Manny. Can you mute yourself? Is that possible?
It might be me touching the phone.
Yeah, it probably is.
I think that's probably good.
All right, go ahead, Adam.
Yep. And then Mafia 1, that's the one that everybody's waiting for because that one is going to be completely remade. That's going to have new controls, new engine, the whole thing. Most likely using what was in 3. But that's not going to be available separate. So a lot of people are like, all right, well, where's that one? It's like, well, that one is really in the trilogy collection that's coming in August. So it's just all over the place. And a lot of people are confused by this. And in some markets, Mafia 2 was released for free. And then they were like, no, you got to pay for it. And then in some areas, it wasn't even showing at all. I know in my area, I didn't see it in the PSN store. I reboot my PS. I did the whole thing. Then I went back and then I still didn't see it. But when I went to the PlayStation store, the game was there. So I just purchased it from there. I was like, I'm a big fan of Mafia 2. I love that game. And so eventually it went through, but yeah, it's just a prettier version. So it's funny how they're now repackaging and bundling these things in different ways. you would think if someone would say, all right, you're going to get this, they're doing this remaster and something, that they're doing it for all the games, like in the series, but they're not doing it for the third one. They're not fixing a lot of the issues that the third one already had. They're just giving you all the content for it. So it's all over the place. So right now, some people are confused because they're like, well, I see the trilogy is only $29. Like, no, that's just Mafia 2. You know, the trilogy, it's all three of them. It's a trilogy. And then you have to pay $60. And that comes out in August. That's not available now. But they're showing ads saying, oh, available now. No, that's Mafia 2. It's just confusing people. You know, like the DLC is all in there, and it's a mess. But the big one that, if anybody's like, well, what's the one that's really getting all the attention? That's Mafia 1, and no one has seen that in action yet. So we just know that one is really being remade from the ground up, and that we will see in August. But right now, Mafia 2 is the only one that has any touch-ups. That's the 4K. Mafia 3, untouched. You just get all the free DLC. So if anybody here owns Mafia 3, right, that is what's in the trilogy. So right now, if you're on PSN or Xbox, just go into the store, PSN store. You know, where you see all the DLC packs, it'll all say free. So you can download all that stuff, outfits, all the stuff for free. A lot of people don't seem to know that because they're like, oh, well, I guess all that stuff is just going to be in the trilogy pack. No, it's free now. You know, and if you own Mafia 2, that's the other thing. On PC, if you have it on PC, go ahead. There's a big update, and that update bumps it to 4K. So you don't need to go and buy the $29 one. In fact, it shouldn't show you that. It shouldn't show you if you're on Steam, because if it's on Steam, you shouldn't see like, oh, you need to upgrade it for a price. No, it just does the update. That's free. You know, so that's great for people that are PC gamers. And I was thinking you know what's funny? I was thinking a while ago, I saw this for $8 CD keys. I was like, yeah, I don't think I have that one on PC. I'm not going to really play it on PC. But when I saw the announcement, I think it was on Monday that they did this, Monday or Tuesday. And then even Rich over from the Coalition said, oh, look, Mafia. That's
oh, yes.
Yeah, he's like, oh, look, the PC version's getting it for free update. And I was like, you know what, I went to see the keys. I'm telling you, once I clicked it, all the keys are gone. All the keys. They had a shitload of keys before because it's been there forever for $8.99, and it was all gone. And why? Because everybody knew. Once you find out you're getting a 4K bump up, why not? You know, you're saving money as opposed to paying the full $29 for it. And that's it. So, yeah, there's a lot of... They didn't really clarify all this. And I just saw on Reddit and on Twitter, people trying to figure out what's going on. They were like, pricing didn't make sense. They're like, oh, trilogies in August and it's $60. I'm looking at it now. It's $29. No, that's just this one. And it's a mess. So hopefully that clarifies some of what's going on with that franchise. Right? And it's not the original developers doing it. It's a third party that they hired to do all the cleanup and fixing for Mafia 2 and for 1.
Yeah,
that's it. That's a lot of stuff. That to me, that was the big news. Yeah, that was the big news on my radar because I'm a big fan of the Mafia series. I mean, besides the third one, which screwed up the Dominican population there. But besides that, yeah, disrespect on that one. But besides that, I really enjoyed Mafia 2. That was my favorite. Mafia 1, great story, but horrible mechanics, which is why it's great that they're going back to do that, to fix that up. It reminds me of the Metro Redux series. Remember when they did that? The Metro series? And then they came back and they did, they called it Redux. And
Brian, that's you right there, man. That's your series.
There you go, Brian. You remember when they did that and they took a lot of the mechanics for the controls from 2 and they put that in 1 when they did the Redux? It fixed up the game.
Good idea.
Yeah.
All right. So,
and also, just to confirm, I also got Mafia 2 like years ago. I think when Humble Bundle had the 2K thing.
Yep.
And I just checked now, and I have the definitive edition just in there.
Yeah. And a lot of people are like, oh, you know, we're gonna charge. No, it's free, man. Free on PC. If you got it, get you that update. Boom. Enjoy.
Has anybody else here played the Mafia games?
Damn, really, Crickets?
Yeah, Crickets, son.
That shit was fucking awesome, man. That shit was awesome.
Like I said,
this is when and you've all heard me bring this up about, you know, fighting in the shower when some guys are trying to beat you and rape you in the shower in prison. That's in that game. That's
shit.
Too. You're there. Don't drop the soap, and you're fighting in the showers, you know, because these guys are trying to kill you there.
Yeah. Don't drop the soap.
Don't drop the soap. By the way, shout out to Logically Dashing aka David Giltonen from the ARG podcast, who's joining us in the chat.
I met him on Craigslist.
He says, Mafia 2 had a great story. I'm glad I played through that before Mafia 3 dropped. Yeah, 2 gets hardcore when you're sent to prison. Oh, man.
Yeah.
And little prison love, man.
So then he'll also remember that I don't know any other game that has pulled this off. If you guys do, jump in because I want to play it. Where you go to prison and you actually do serve time. And the time elapses. When you get out, the world is completely different. It jumped into another time, another era in time. The outfits are different. The music is different. The cars are different. It's completely different. They changed the world. I was like, man, that's a first. I've never played a game that did that. Usually you go to jail or whatever, you come out, everything's the same. The world is still the same. It was a big time jump, and it was a time jump for everyone. And that was pretty interesting to see, and it was fun.
That's cool. All right, so I guess we'll keep.
I played the third one, but I never played the second one. But now it's in there. I might as well just
play it.
Fire it up.
The best one.
I got the platinum on the third one.
Shit!
Damn. So did they fix the issues? Because I had issues where I couldn't open up doors for cars. Like he would make the animation when it happened. I was constantly getting stopped by the cops, regardless of what I was doing. Wherever I drove, they were like, "Oh yeah, you can't drive in certain areas." It didn't matter. Wherever I was driving, they would just pull me over.
Really?
Ooh. Yes.
Never had that. Never had that issue.
Okay. And then the weather. That 1 minute it's raining and it's dark and gloomy, and then the next second it was not even a transition. It just stopped raining, super sunny, as if somebody just like switched, put a spotlight on. It was weird. It was at launch. So I was like, no, I'll come back when you fix this shit. And then I got caught up in other stuff.
I played it when it was free on PSN Plus, and it seemed okay.
It was free?
Yeah, PSN Plus.
Damn. All right, so maybe they did fix all this.
That's why I played it, because I'm not paying for it.
You can feed people to alligators in this game?
Yes.
Yeah.
In the swamps. Yeah.
Yeah. I saw that from Logical Dash on the chat. I'm like, I didn't know that.
Yeah, you could do that. You could do that in Red Dead Redemption 2 as well. That's one of my fun pastimes. You tie them up, you throw them in the fucking swamp, and watch the alligators eat them. It's hilarious, man.
That's how you get rid of the witnesses, right?
That's it, man.
Speaking of which, Tony, this is sort of a segue, but it kind of makes sense. Did you guys see that thing that Peter did, or Peter? The animal freaks.
Oh, the animal assholes. What'd they do?
Yeah. Oh, you didn't hear about it? Okay, so what they did is that they bought, I think it was like 8 copies of Animal Crossing, and they staged like a digital protest of the person that has the museum or something of animals. If Brett's here, if Brett's talking, then you might know what I'm talking about in terms of the place. But yeah, they did that, and then they posted that on Twitter as like a protest.
PETA's fucking stupid.
Yeah, but
man.
why?
Because PETA, that's why.
They protested digital animals. I think that we are now living in officially the worst timeline, because this makes no sense. Like, they protested digital animals in a video game.
This is what PETA does. PETA is they're full of insane people, man. They really are.
I thought it was like April Fools. I'm like, no, this is not right.
No, that's just a normal day for PETA. That's just a normal day for PETA. Those are the same fucking assholes that came after me after my lobster comment, man. Fuck those guys. Yeah, and you know what? Eat meat, all right? That bullshit. Do you see that fucking New York Times article saying, "Oh, you shouldn't eat meat because of racism"? Like, get the fuck out of here, man! I'm gonna eat all the meat I want. I'm gonna honor my ancestors who ate meat and made our brains grow big. Eating fucking kale or whatever. Get out of here with that shit. Eat a steak. All right. Next up, what the hell are we talking about here? Okay, so there's another Game Expo happening this summer. So if you guys didn't think we were going to have enough from Summer Game Fest and, all these other things that IGN's put together, we got another one. This one is called the New Game Plus Expo, which will be happening on June 23rd. I don't know if that's a single day or if it's going to be like a week thing. I'll read. This is from their website. Welcome to New Game Plus Expo, an online showcase of new and upcoming releases from a coalition of developers from around the world, featuring a diverse assortment of dozens of titles spanning every genre from action to puzzle solving and even storytelling. This is your glimpse into what's next from your favorite publishers. So who are these magic publishers? Let's just go through them. Roar. All right. So we have Actil, Playism, Axis, Arc System Works, Gung Ho America, F Idea Factory, Inti Creates, Koei Tecmo, Natsume Serious Fun, NIS America, Sega, Atlas, SNK, Spike Chunsoft, Grasshopper Manufacturer, and Way Forward. So it's a mix of let's just be honest, there's a bunch of little guys here. Sega's probably the biggest one here. That should be cool. If you're into more indie games, I guess.
Those fucking games, man. The fucking Arc Systems Works not indie.
No, they're not. So yeah, Arc System Works, that's a big one. Sega is another big one. Sega Atlas is the same thing.
That's big. That's a bigger studio.
Bigger, but yeah. These are, what I would call these studios? They're A studios. Not double A, not indie, not triple A studios.
Like Way Forward did the River City Girls.
Yeah, they're A. Let's call them A studios. Let's be fair. Grasshopper Manufacturer. They do Suda 51 games, I believe.
Yeah. That means it might be the new No More Heroes that's in there.
That'd be cool. Some of these companies, I will admit, I've never heard of though. Natsume Serious Fun, never heard of them. Actil or Actil, I don't know them. Gung Ho America, they're a publisher. I know them.
There's a bunch of companies under Gun Ho. They're like a Tencent.
Yeah. We're gonna talk about Tencent later, by the way. Yeah, Arc System Works, that's a big one. Sega's a big one.
Who do they buy now, man?
System Shock 3, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. Oh man. So yeah, are you guys looking forward to yet another gaming expo this summer?
I mean, it's not really a game expo. It's more like
that's what they're calling it.
There's no expo. An expo suggests there's someplace to fucking go. You can't go anywhere.
Well, no, it's an online expo. That's what they're calling it.
Maybe they're trying to use it in the term of exposure.
Yeah. No, they're called. That's what. Hey, listen, that's what they're calling themselves, man.
Just a video block, just like the fucking Game Awards.
Yeah.
And maybe they'll have some guys talking. Hey, how do you do this in your game? Your game's so interesting.
Yeah. Hey guys.
Yeah. All it is just controlled messaging. That's all that shit is.
Propaganda.
I mean, isn't it all controlled messaging?
Of course, all of it.
Well, the only thing about it is because you're only getting one perspective on the same thing. If you had multiple people, essentially doing the same thing, right? In other words, all these people sort of reporting, you kind of get different perspectives from each person. But this, we're just getting IGN's perspective.
Well, this thing is,
my issue.
Yeah, no, but the thing is, this is an IGN show, but think about it. You're still going to have a lot of people reporting on it. So if you want, you can just read up their takes, Okay, I offer you the solution.
I think it'll be fine to see some of these games. I'm sure there's small studios. They're working on something.
Yeah, you got to have some, as you always say.
Yeah.
All right, the next thing we're going to talk about. Oh, go ahead, Manny.
I said they better have something.
Yeah, right. Imagine if they didn't. All right, next thing we have here is the PlayStation 5 reveal event will feature a limited number of third-party games not actually running on the console. This is just a rumor, by the way.
Speaking of having nothing.
Yeah, right? Oh, man. So, yeah, again, this is just a rumor right now, but apparently the PlayStation 5 games we're going to see are not going to be running on PS5, which is something we kind of said before. It's these games you're going to see at all these shows, they're going to be on PC. Every single one of them.
Actual consoles. They're just going to be the PC, a PC running to spec, just like how E3 is. A lot of those, they're not running fucking consoles inside of those stupid demo units.
What was it? Didn't that E3 for some of them? They showed
Manny saw that shit. Manny and I saw that shit many times, man.
Right away, man. They opened up the bottom, and the PlayStation or the Xbox that's sitting there is just a shell. Open up the bottom, and it's just a fucking PC that's down there.
Brad, I heard you back there, bro.
Me?
Yeah, weren't you trying to say something?
No, maybe you can just hear my outrage.
Okay. Well, outrage away, friend.
I mean, it's not okay. It's one thing to have everything behind closed doors and everything like that. When you're putting a shell of a console on a shelf, you may not be lying, but you're we're not lying to them. We're just kind of giving them the impression that it's on PlayStation. Yeah, you're misdirecting people. You're feeding them false information. It just bothers me when people do that shit.
I mean, it's
but again, to be fair, they do this all the time at E3.
No. I know it's just a pet peeve of mine that has become an industry standard. I fucking hate it. Like when they're like, "Oh, this is running on the future console," we have to sit there and be like, "But is it though?"
And then the other thing is like, you ever one of those demo units at the fucking GameStop? Half the time those things are running for so fucking long, the fucking console burns out. So why would you want to do that shit? You have that shit running off of a server or something like that, and then you just do it that way. You don't need to have like a bunch of consoles running under there.
But yeah, no, Manny and I learned that shit firsthand at our first E3. Like, all those games that we saw, whether it was PlayStation, Xbox, whatever, all of them were running on a PC. It's hilarious. And I guarantee you that Unreal Engine thing we saw, they said, "Oh, it was running on PS5." No, it wasn't. That shit was running on PC too.
Yeah, it's running on PS5 spec PCs. That's what it's running on.
Yeah. So this headline, I'm not surprised by it. What is disturbing is that they're gonna have a limited number of third-party games. But actually, then again, is that bad? Because if they have less,
yes.
No, here's the thing. Because I'm thinking, because think about it. If they have limited number of third parties, that means they're going to focus more on first party. That's what I would think.
It doesn't.
Yeah, it does.
No, it doesn't.
Well,
yeah. You would think, but it doesn't guarantee that.
No, it doesn't guarantee it, but it doesn't guarantee that they're only going to show third parties either. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I'm gonna have to be the one here to hold Sony to task. Like, man, like bad relationship or limited third-party development is never a good sign for any console.
Hey, Brett.
Yeah,
back to the reveal of the PlayStation 4. How many third parties did you see in there? It wasn't filled to the brim with third parties. A lot of the stuff they were showing was PS4 stuff.
They were still showing like EA games and Ubisoft games. Like they were still showing all the heavy hitters.
First party stuff though.
Yeah.
What's that?
Yeah, but just because the third party showing is going to be limited doesn't mean they're not going to have third parties at all. And we saw what happened when you have nothing but a third party event. You get that fucking Xbox bullshit.
Get that Xbox shit.
But then the Xbox guys, they stated that it's all third party, and
they did
a separate one for first party. So
yeah.
All Sony seems to be doing is just rolling both in one.
Yeah, but to be fair though, this is just a rumor. This is not confirmed by Sony or anybody.
Yeah,
okay, but I'm curious what the rule is here, because Nintendo got a bunch of shit for only having first party games. Xbox is getting a bunch of shit for having a lot of third party games. Not saying that they aren't working on first party, but having a lot of third party games showing. And Sony doesn't really show us any first party games. Instead, third party games are limited, and we're stumbling over ourselves to make excuses. I don't really feel
no one's making excuses though. What are you talking about? Again, this is all rumor. We don't fucking know.
No, hold on. When you say a limited number of third party games means that they're probably working on a bunch of first party games. That
I said they could be. I didn't say that, dude.
An excuse.
No, it's not. But you're so you're going on the other end. Then you're saying, oh, they're not going to have it. This is troubling. You don't think?
No, what I'm saying is I haven't seen anything, and not having seen anything is troubling. And
you haven't seen third parties or first parties. Let's just be honest here. You know?
Yeah, and furthermore, a lot of the things that we have seen in the past that have not preceded good launches are some things that we're seeing now. So I'm saying a lack of information with a few red flags starting to make me nervous. But you know,
well, I mean, we've been saying that since January. Basically.
Yeah, but so my question is like, why when we hear they're going to have a limited number of third-party games, like, yeah, we kind of expected that, but I mean, overall, it's still kind of bullshit, right?
Well,
is it though?
No one's giving Sony any excuse.
Yeah, again, we don't know. We don't know about this report. This is just a rumor, you know.
We've been criticizing Sony since the start of this year. So I don't know. Like, I know that you're like at the start, like you're up with your pitchforks and shit, like for Sony, but like no one's giving them a pass. Those motherfuckers have been quiet as hell.
Yeah, they've been.
I'll wave around the pitchfork. It doesn't mean I'm going to stab anybody with it.
Yeah,
you're still dangerous.
I don't know, bro. It sounds to me like you want us to be as mad as you, bro.
That's like having a machine gun and not thinking, and standing in front of a place. I'm not going to do anything with it. Oh no, it's just a machine gun. I'm just wearing it. Don't worry.
Yeah. Until we cross the line. But like I'll be honest. I've got beef with Sony right now. They're running around copyright DMCAing things that are not even showing box art. They're showing like fake mock-ups of box art with, other characters put it in. They're actively squelching reviews. Like, I do not know what has gotten into Sony, but like I'll be honest, I don't like any of it.
Right. So
I'm hoping that turn shit's around, but yeah, I got biased too.
All right, no, that's fair. That's fair. That all that bullshit, it's coloring any news. So I understand where you're coming from. Go ahead.
Brett, to jump in on your point about Sony and doing the DMCA thing, they've been doing it for years.
No, I know.
So to me, it's just it's Sony being dicks again.
Yeah, but this time they're being like they're not even it's like they're not even trying to hide it. Like usually they kind of try and push behind the curtain a little bit. This one they're just blatantly like, you have to admit this is it's the same thing but on a bigger scale than we've seen before, which leads to a troubling trend.
I think it's just the same thing again. It's just that the game is a higher profile game. It's the same thing that Sony has been doing. Like whenever a game that's on their system gets leaked early, they somehow just run and want to just cover everything and stop everyone from talking about it. Like again, they did the same thing with No Man's Sky when that was like at least like a week early, and people like streaming it and showing pictures. They were just going around just DMCing everyone on it and every single platform. So I'm not too surprised by it, and just like it's them just doing the same thing again, just that the game is larger now.
Yeah, maybe it's just that the game is larger, and that's why I'm viewing it as impacting more people. But like, man, like that's it. I'm not sure what about it this time really leaves a bad taste in my mouth, because like, why should people support a company that unless you give them a good review, they're going to copyright infringe and tag your video, and that may be your living, it may be your source of income. So basically, you're either going to become a yes man for Sony and post the content that they want, or you're not going to be able to make your money. That's not a good place to put people.
Well, it's a lot of those are dick moves, and I think a lot of those are actually justifiable, that they're taking down as many videos that they're leaking for their game. But that's everyone. That's the whole industry. That's Sony. That's Nintendo. That's Warner Brothers. That's Disney. That's all of them.
Yeah, but see, that's the thing. They're not taking down. Yeah, that's how you know it's about to drop. They're not taking down videos that are even talking about the spoilers. They're taking down videos that are talking about them taking down videos.
Yeah, I mean, like I'm not surprised. Like Brian says, I'm not surprised. What's it called? YouTube's taking down videos if you mention the XXX virus. Are you gonna stop using?
We can say it now. By the way, you can say it. Go ahead.
So it's like it's everything. Everyone that has any sort of, copyright or any sort of power in this thing will always do the best they can to control the narrative.
Well, but we've all seen, that's my problem. We've all seemed to become complacent. Like, am I the last one that's gonna like fucking go down being like, never, you'll never get me?
Yes.
Like how have we actually, like, maybe I just woken up in a dystopian future, but how have we gotten to the point where you can only put things out about products, otherwise the companies that own the products will basically ruin you? Like, that's that tip of power. Like, it's just unacceptable. It's bleak. It's dystopian.
Oh yeah, I totally agree with you, Brett.
So
I'm right there with you, Brett. Like, yeah, I totally understand where you're coming from. I just have ran out of outrage, because again, it's happened so many times. I'm just like, it's Sony, they're going to do that. So hence why I refuse to support them. This is why I don't buy any PS4 games. Like, if you actually look at the games I have, what you find is that most of them are PSN Plus games. And the reason why is because I just refuse to buy games for the platform, because I refuse to support them. And the only reason why I have a PS5 is that my friends wanted to play GTA 5, and that's it. If those guys didn't exist in my life, I wouldn't have a PS5. Sorry, PS4. So yeah, so like, I'm right there with you, Brett. Like, I'm actively not supporting Sony on most things that they do. Even when games come out, I wait until like they're on like heavy discount, because again, I just refuse to say like, no, I refuse to accept what you're doing is good, and hence I will have as little part of that as I can.
But enough about cancel culture.
Oh man, we have to see. By the way, apparently, I don't know if we talked about this, but the rumored date for the PlayStation 5 reveal was going to be June 4th. Now it's supposedly June 11th. So I'm like, okay, how are you gonna shift the date of a fucking rumored date. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because they said somewhere, I don't know if it was a conference call for their investors or something, but someone, I don't know if it was Jim Ryan or one of the PlayStation guys, they said, we're going to be revealing PS5 information soon.
Yeah.
It's like, you can't give us a freaking date?
Yeah, right?
It's
Like, give me something, man.
It's like, this is supposed to be in your plan, in your game plan, in your schedule, and, in your freaking Outlook calendar. Like, you can't tell us a freaking date?
Yeah. By the way, that was an excellent segue to the next segment. Yeah, it was CEO Kenichiro Yoshida who said that we're going to get games soon, So that's official at least, but it's like soon could be anything, Yeah, Sony, man, my thing is like, my patience is going to run out after June. That's when I'm like, okay, that's it. This is some fucking bullshit. I'm already saying that, but it's going to be like really critical at that point because it's like, come on, guys. We're getting close to the wire here and we're not getting shit, Come on.
Yo, man, we're all running out of money, son.
Yeah, right.
Oh, you know what?
What's
you know
up?
what? You bring up a good point. No, actually, you don't bring enough of a good point.
Uh-oh.
When does The Last of Us 2 come out?
June 19th, I believe.
Anything before that is I'm going to be baffled because there's no way in hell that Sony is going to release PS5 news the week of that thing comes out or the week after.
Oh shit! Because they don't want anything to overtake their baby, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's going to annoy me.
That's going to be crazy.
That should make sense.
That's why I'm annoyed because it actually makes too much fucking sense. That's gonna piss me. So you're gonna tell me not only did Last of Us 2 delay Ghost of Tsushima, that's gonna delay the PS5 reveal?
Yeah. So let me look this up.
Because think about it. Last time they revealed both the PS4 and Last of Us. They came out the same. Both of those news came out the same week during E3. E3 we got obviously the console was already revealed in February that year, but during that June we got the console itself and the price, right? And then literally that same week, Last of Us came out, It's like Sony, you can walk and chew gum at the same time,
No, they can't, dude.
But it's not the people that are in charge anymore.
Yeah.
We're 6 months away from being able to buy this at Walmart. And what do we know about it?
That it's the PlayStation 5, and it's going to have an SSD, and you're going to have a fucking, you have to send in, like models of your ears and shit. That's what we know.
We know they have a logo and a controller.
Yes.
We know that they exist, probably.
Yeah, Sony. Oh my God, Carlos, you got me worried now, man.
Yo, man, I mean, I'm telling you, I'm the resident mic dropper here.
Yeah.
Like, it's obviously not going to be this week. It's obviously not going to be next week. We got 1, 2.5 more weeks in between that and The Last of Us 2 release.
Yo, I'm going to tell you right now, when The Last of Us 2 drops, that's going to cause a lot of controversy, man.
Well, that's another thing.
Yeah, I'm not saying in terms of story because I don't know what the fuck happens in it, but I guarantee you whatever happens, it's gonna be bad. It's gonna get ugly on fucking social media, boy.
Can I make a prediction?
Yes. Just be careful. Just be careful what you say, friend.
I agree with what you just said, and I think that's when they'll release news of the PS5 drop to basically push it out of the news cycle.
Conspiracy time, people.
I mean,
so what if The Last of Us comes out, right? It's all fucked up. People are pissed off. Then they're like, all right, hit the button, hit the red button, and then they announce the PS5, Push the button!
Break if needed, right?
Yo, push the button.
Push the button. And I guarantee you, if The Last of Us 2 doesn't do what Sony wants it to do, they're going to suddenly go, hey, we got this other game called Ghost of Tsushima. Why don't you check that out? The same shit they pulled with the Order 1886 and Bloodborne. After Order 1886 didn't do well, they're like, hey, what about Bloodborne? We got this other game out.
It's like, well, hello there.
Hello there. It's going to be a shit show. I see it already, man. It's going to be a shit show, boy.
I am the least excited for this generation launch. I've never been as unexcited as I am now.
Damn.
No, I mean, like we've all talked about, like it's not even gonna do anything for 2 years.
No, it's not. No, I don't blame you. I've said that too. I said, yo, if this thing doesn't have anything special, I'll wait on the PS5. Especially if I can play all those games on PS4. Fuck that shit. I'll save my money.
Have you ever waited 2 years to buy your primary system?
Back in the day, yes. Yeah, back in the day. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Actually, you're right. PlayStation 5, PlayStation 3, excuse me. I waited 2 years for that. Because I wasn't paying $600. Get the fuck out of here, you know?
Yeah, same here. I waited. I think I waited after. I think I got it after you. Grand Theft Auto was the one that got you to buy it.
Yeah, I bought it in early 2008. So maybe a year and a half, I guess that's what I waited. But it was the price drop was what got me because I wanted a PlayStation 3 as soon as possible. But it's like, yo, $600 for a console, get the fuck out of here. You're crazy.
I bought mine in 2008, but I think that was toward the winter, toward the fall.
It wasn't the fall. It was during the spring when Metal Gear came out. You bought that shit because remember that game came out in spring. Yeah,
summer. So it was something like that, spring or going into summer.
Yeah, it was May, I believe. I remember Manny bought that shit. He ran right to the taxi stand and got into the fucking taxi. He didn't want anybody stealing his shit.
Dude, I mean, what was it? It cost? How much did it cost?
It was $4.99.
It was $4.99. Yeah, I'm like, this is fucking. I'm out of here, man. Let's get the fuck out of here.
You know, I still find it funny. I bought that fucking thing for $500, and it only lasted me a year and a half when it fucking yellow lighted on me. The fat people.
Mine went bad during. Well, no, it actually went. We did the trick.
Ours went bad at almost the same time, and I did the trick. I basically opened it up and I put new gel in there.
Thermal paste.
Yeah, thermal paste. So I did that with mine, right? And not only the thermal paste, but I also put the heat gun in there and shit because you had to remelt it kind of. So I did that shit for both of ours. But what I did with mine was because the slim version or whatever had just come out, so I fixed it all up and I managed to get all my games data off of it. Then I sold it on eBay, but I let them know, hey, listen, I refixed this shit. Just be aware, you know. And I didn't get any complaints from the guy, so maybe it still works. Who knows?
Or either that, or he brought it to somebody.
Maybe, but I told him, I was like, yo, bro, I refixed this shit. I soldered it. Be aware. You know, he didn't give a fuck. He wanted it, you know.
But the day that my PlayStation 3 went bad was literally on the day of the PlayStation 4 announcement.
Oh, man.
And you guys were like, I guess you guys were watching it or whatever, and I couldn't see it because I was at X Cubicle getting my refixed.
That's funny. So that's February 2013 then.
Yep. Same exact day.
That's crazy. Yeah. All right. So Sony, you better have something in June, man, because this is ridiculous. All right, next up, we'll talk about Tencent, our favorite Chinese company, officially takes control of System Shock 3. Am I the only one? Brett, I'm taking your line. Am I the only one who's worried about this?
Why are you worried about it?
I'm not worried about it. It's just I don't like, these. I can't even fucking say what I want to say. But yeah, Tencent taking over shit like that, it's scary, you know?
I mean...
Brett, you know what I'm getting at, man?
Hostile Chinese takeovers that produce crap games.
Thank you. That's why I love you, man.
Well, I mean, Tencent does have a lot of other companies that actually do make pretty good games. So I don't know. I think that it just seems like they're just sort of like just them and that other company are just kind of gobbling up games, you know?
Gobbling up like a bat.
Yeah. So I mean,
I got the reference.
I don't necessarily think that they make bad games, but it just seems.
I do.
It just seems that the problem, the part of it is, it seems like people are just kind of, they're just throwing money at people and just pulling in a bunch of things, you know. Doesn't Tencent also own a portion of Epic Games?
Probably. They probably own everything.
Yeah, they have something to do with Epic Games, and they have a couple of things. Friggin', is it Bungie? Don't they have some stake in Bungie too?
Yeah.
Yeah, they have Yeah,
If Chris was here, he'd be able to answer that shit.
They put $100 million in.
Here we go. Actually, I just got a list of the companies here.
Okay.
So they have 5% ownership of Ubisoft, 80% ownership of Grind Year Games, oh wow, I didn't know this. Full ownership of Riot Games. That's League of Legends right there.
Yep.
84% ownership in Finnish game developer Supercell, 40% ownership in American developers in Epic Games. Yeah, there it is.
Yep.
Approximately 15% in Glue Mobile, 5% in Activision Blizzard, 5% Paradox Entertainment, majority ownership in Miniclip, full ownership of Funcom, minor share in Platinum Games, and minor share in Jaeger Development. So they got their tentacles in a lot of shit. Those are just video games, by the way. They have the movies and all this other shit. They're comics. They're all over the place.
Yeah, so like they're just literally kind of just picking, investing in or putting, owning, buying into these different things, and that's how they're making fucking money. And none of those companies, a lot of those companies that you mentioned there, even though you thought that they made crack games, they make good games.
Yeah, they do. But what about Tencent themselves? That's what I'm saying.
I mean, to be honest, they probably made their money off of fucking Chinese games because they were making PC games for China. League of Legends is big in China too, so they're probably making. That's their version of fucking World of Warcraft.
Yeah, like I'm looking here to see what the games they actually make. They have some mobile shit, some Chinese mobile games or whatever.
Yeah, well, they're here's the thing: like you release something in the Chinese market, you're making billions of dollars.
Yeah, shit is crazy.
That's how they went around and started buying other shit in other countries.
So I wonder, if that's going to affect System Shock any. Who knows?
I think they just bought the franchise because it's a known franchise.
So basically, what happened is System Shock, the developer, who Other Side Entertainment, they went along with it because they said it's been challenging for them to carry the project forward, and with the funding of Tencent, it's going to help them make the game
big.
Yeah. Bring the franchise to new heights. So there it is.
Yeah, this is I don't think the game is necessarily going to be bad, but I just think it's just a little scary how much they have their hands in.
Yeah, that's my main concern here. It's not really that it's going to affect the quality too much as it is about here we go, another big Chinese conglomerate just gobbling shit up. It's crazy. All right, moving on. What's up, bro?
It's weird for me that so many freaking companies. It's like what there aren't any. What do you call those? Monopoly rules, or what do you call those?
Antitrust laws.
Yeah, it's like they're okay. What are they going to get part of Microsoft and Sony and Nintendo now? Where are they going to stop? Where does the buck stop, man? Some bullshit.
And aren't they one of the biggest game companies, publishers or whatever in the world?
Yeah,
probably. Yeah.
Yeah. It says it right here, Tencent. And that's the thing. A lot of people don't even know them. Yeah, because they have a piece of everything. That's right.
It's like Foxconn.
Yeah, this is from. Yeah, it says the biggest game company in the world isn't Nintendo. It's a Chinese company that has a piece of everything from Fortnite to League of Legends. Tencent. And there's another Chinese one that's big too. Forgetting their name.
I always forget their name.
Yep.
Yeah.
Again, if Chris was here, he'd tell us twist in a second.
One of those too.
What happened?
Gung Ho.
Gung Ho Entertainment.
Yeah, that one is also another one that gobbles up a bunch of companies.
Yeah. And Netmarble's another one that's getting up there. It's interesting, man. All right, so next up, this one's kind of funny. So Capcom released, and Chris talked about it. He released his report on. They released a report on financials or whatever. But here's the interesting thing, right? Capcom software shipments per platform. This is how they broke down, and this means physical sales and all that other stuff. So PS4, 66% of Capcom. So 66% of Capcom sales went to the PS4, 23% to the Switch, 6% to Xbox One. I want to repeat that. 6% of Capcom's games sell on Xbox One. Gee, I wonder why.
Game Pass.
Game Pass, exactly. You know, you know, I know a lot of people say that Xbox Game Pass is a good value for the consumer, and it definitely is. But no one ever considers the other side. It's a good value for the companies involved. I know Microsoft obviously gives them money, and I know they make money, off of Game Pass sales or whatever, or downloads, whatever the fuck it is. But like, this shit is pretty telling to me, man. I want to get your guys' thoughts on that.
I always wonder what the numbers are for Game Pass as far as like internally, like how much money a certain company gets from Microsoft, like what's the percentage that they take out.
It varies on the game, and it's also they get a cut from the number rises. There was a indie developer who talked about it. I forgot it.
Right.
It was on one of them, and he had talked about how the whole pay system works. So they get a certain chunk at the front of the deal. So it's like, all right, 6 month, 5 month deal, whatever, you get a chunk. And then that's set for a certain amount of downloads. So let's just say, I don't know, small number, let's say 50 downloads, right? Now, if you go above 50 downloads, then the developer will get an additional perk, additional percentage gets added. So they start making more money. So the money can grow the more a certain title gets downloaded, depending on the deal that they made for whatever that big lump sum was for a certain amount of downloads. So if they said, hey, we'll give you X amount of dollars, and if you hit above, 50 downloads, then you'll get this percentage from every download.
Oh, okay.
And that's how that works. And that's the same. They said that it's the same deal that they pretty much give, like Spotify does for artists. Because I know for Spotify, they do the same type of thing. They'll give them a certain percentage, and if they just exceed those numbers, then they'll go above and beyond. But for bigger artists, they'll sometimes just throw tons of money. What was it? Joe Rogan, he had the lead singer of the Black Keys, and he had talked about that for a long time he was avoiding going to the whole streaming thing until he saw that they were going to give him X amount of $100,000 up front. And he was like, up front, we don't have to wait. He says, no, you get that now, and that this gives you this money for a certain amount of years or whatever. And he was like, that's great, because then they link with the concerts and all this stuff. And the same thing with the Game Pass. It's like when you do get a game from Game Pass, you'll see you do have the option to buy it. So not only do they get additional money from if they hit over the X amount that was part of the deal, but then there's also a good chance that the person will then buy the game directly from there at a discount price, but then you're still buying it. So it's almost like a double dip for them.
Is it a good chance though?
It depends on the game. Look, we did with Streets of Rage. I mean, it's still a good chance. It depends on how much you like, because remember, the games don't live there forever. So let's say, and I noticed they talked about, Microsoft had talked about, Major Nelson had talked about on his podcast a while back regarding that. He said when they mentioned, hey, certain games are now going to be removed from the service, that's when people normally click, and then they say, wow, I get 20% off this price because I'm a Game Pass customer. And if I was halfway through the story, then that's incentive to get it, because then you want to finish. Like right now, Red Dead 2 is on it, right? I'm sure there's a large majority of people that are thinking, well, I'll fly through this before it removes. We don't know how long it's going to be there. This could be a short window. I know Grand Theft Auto, when Grand Theft Auto 5 was on it, that was a short window. And then it's already gone. So you go in there, you play it, and then let's say you get close to that window, you get that notification, then why not? You go and you buy it until they start releasing those numbers. But based off of habits, then you would think that makes sense. That's logical, that if you're really invested in the game, you're going through the story, it's a long game, and all of a sudden you see you're running out, but you can get a discount price. It's already at a discounted price. So why not? So that's how they make their money. But it's a case by case, So whatever Capcom, whatever game is not going to be the same as an indie studio that's got a game that was for like $14.99 regular price.
Yeah. So here's my question to you, like, going back to the whole Capcom thing, do you think Xbox games don't sell as well? I mean, Capcom games don't sell as well as Xbox just because the fan base is ultimately not really interested in those type of games from Capcom?
No. I think what really, a lot of people that I know of that were really upset was the Street Fighter. That whole Street Fighter shit really pissed a lot of people off. Because they were like, why would Capcom make a deal like that? Why would they take the money for publishing? I mean, come on now. They don't have the money. Because that was the whole thing, right? That PS4, that Sony put in money to develop that game, the Capcom 5. I mean, Street Fighter
5, yeah.
It's like, really? That's like your biggest title. You didn't have a budget to develop Street Fighter V. You actually went that route. And so that put a bad taste in a lot of people's mouths.
Well, at the time, Capcom was not doing very well.
No, you're right. But that's one that you don't think would have fallen on the wayside. You would think that would have definitely had somebody, because that's like their flagship game besides all the Resident Evils that they keep rehashing now.
No,
and Monster Hunter is their biggest game of the generation. Actually, biggest game ever now. Actually,
now.
But even that's not that big on Xbox, you know.
They did that. They took that initial exclusive deal, with that, just because they needed that extra money to do that stuff.
And they can't sell to a Western company because Microsoft tried to buy them, and they were not allowed to sell. That was big news for a long time. We were like, "This is it. They're gonna buy them."
Whoa! Back up. Is that official?
That was official. That I saw it was official.
Right, just making sure, because I don't want to be throwing out false information.
This
out
is
there.
old. This is old news. It's like, damn. When was it? When did?
Is this you confirming it? Or
I was going to say, people take that with a grain of salt. I'm not trying to confirm it.
Take it as a grain of salt, but they could also, anybody in the chat, they could just look it up. Look up, because there was talks that they went down there when they were going over, and this is when they were trying to buy Microsoft.
I think I did hear something like that.
That
Microsoft tried to buy Capcom.
Because they were financial trouble, and that they were looking to sell, and then it became the big issue that they can't sell to a Western company, and that was
this was like last gen, wasn't it, Adam?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This was a long time ago.
I think I remember hearing something like that, but I don't know.
It was an older one. I'll look it up once I'm done doing this shit. But
look at that. Podcast Unlocked talked about it. Will Microsoft buy Capcom from June 2014?
You see, there you go. That's what I'm saying. I was like, This was something that was talked about, and then they were like, no, we're not allowed. Something with the government and this whole thing. They can sell a portion, but they can't sell the entire company outright, which is kind of a double standard because they buy companies out here all the time.
Which is racist.
Yeah, it is racist.
Okay, so this is for 2014 says that, and this is from a report from IGN, said that Capcom is open and being bought out. And so you're saying they couldn't let Microsoft do it because they're an American company. Got you.
That was the stop. That they were open to it because they needed the money, but it was a Japanese.
Man, imagine!
Wow!
Imagine what would have happened if that shit went down.
All right, I'm glad we looked this up because I want to be careful with our information here.
Well, this is all linked to. Aren't we hearing that now with Platinum Games and Microsoft?
No, we haven't heard that at all. Like, I don't think. I doubt Camille would do a lot of that shit.
Today's news. That was that. Well, that was a rumor of today's news that Microsoft is in talks of buying Platinum.
Oh, I didn't hear about that.
After the whole Scalebound thing, I don't know.
I highly
that's what I thought. Google it. That's what I started seeing around it. All right, let me see.
Motherfuckers, you releasing Scalebound.
They're gonna release Scalebound on this shit. Oh man. All right, let's move on here, man. So the next thing we're gonna talk about is that a indie developer says that the DualSense, which is a PlayStation 5 controller, the haptic feedback on it will actually let you feel the rain and the weather. So this is from Mike Bethel, who is developer of Thomas Was Alone, and he says, I guess he's played with it, and he says that you could actually feel raindrops and wind and shit on the controller.
Brett,
kind of interesting.
Time to chime in.
Boo! Lies.
Of course, I knew it, Brett. I love how negative you're being towards Sony lately, man. It's hilarious.
Well, dude, okay, you can't feel wind across a fucking controller because the only thing making contact with it is your palms, which is the thing in the elements that would not be exposed to wind.
You don't know. They could have a little fan. You remember the ones that cooled off your hands? Had the little fans that would for people that had sweaty palms.
Yeah.
By the way, I'm just using wind as an example. By the way, I'm just using wind as an example. He didn't actually say wind, but he did say rain. He did say rain.
Fake news.
You can't feel wetness from haptic feedback. Like it's just not a thing.
But you can feel the actual impact. You can
feel. Yeah, I'm sure you can feel it does. I'm sure it will shake and vibrate to somewhat simulate, but to say it feels like rain, rain is a temperature sensation. It's not a tactile sensation. It is.
It is a tactile. What are you talking about? Have you ever been hit by hard rain? That shit hurts, bro.
I mean, I'm sure it'll do something. And haptic feedback will probably do haptic vibrating rolls or something like that. And that's fine. I'm sure it'll add something to the experience. But man, you are really, really pushing to sell this in a way that you're not going to be able to
it sounds like
it's a developer saying that. Sony's not saying this officially. It's just a developer.
But it sounds like the same sort of talk. Like, hey, look, the PlayStation can run in a Scud missile. It's like that sort of thing.
Yeah, take that how you will from that indie developer.
Look, man, okay, so this is from an indie developer.
Yes.
And then you have an entire group of people pushing the envelope for VR technology and haptic feedback technology, companies devoted entirely to this that have not managed to do this despite having more budget and focused expertise. And somehow an indie developer just really cracked the code so they can make you feel rain. Ooh, I'm impressed. This must be an amazing company, like some sort of prodigy. I'm looking forward to seeing how this game turns out, because clearly it's going to be the next system seller.
Oh man!
Hate. No, okay. I just love it when people, low on the totem pole claim to be, the fucking, like, it's like a rapper you've never heard of be like, I'm gonna be the next big thing. So okay, yeah, sure, you crack.
All right, 50 Cent, you full of shit. Keep selling your bootlegs on the blanket.
Chill out, Kanye. So yeah, I think it's a indie developer raving about the fact that they can use haptic feedback to create cycled or different instead of just rumbling, they can make parts of it rumble, or make it rumble in patterns, or make the rumble kind of move from the left side of the right side of the controller. That's what haptic feedback does. Like that's the Steam controller did this years ago. Plus had paddles and it used haptic technology to make a D-pad where you could like feel like a D-pad. Like it's not new. And I think, especially if there's an indie developer raving about it, they're kind of using Sony as a vehicle to toot their own horn. They're like, oh man, with this amazing new technology, we can make our game feel like there's rain in it. Like, yeah, sure you can. You made a pattern vibration, and you're trying to sell it off like it's a brand new thing. It's going to be there, but again, like I'm just a cynic. It's not that I'm not trying to be an asshole. I'm just a cynic. I don't believe you. I don't believe any of it. I believe it when I see it.
Oh man, yeah, I mean, generally that's a healthy way of seeing things. Trust nothing.
It's not hate on Sony particularly. It's just I've seen what Nintendo's doing. I've seen some of what Xbox is doing. I just haven't seen what Sony's doing. So, as an attitude, from Missouri, man, I'm from the show me state. Like, show me. You've showed me nothing, so I'm going to assume that you have nothing until you show me, or something worth hiding.
Yeah. To be fair,
it's
though,
just a fucking dumpster fire.
They're lying to all of us. This is all bullshit. This whole thing of like, no load time. It's all bullshit.
There's no PlayStation 5 at all, right?
That's the only thing.
It doesn't exist. It doesn't exist, man.
And that I believe, but it's not. It's all these consoles. I don't believe anything. I feel like they're all used car salesmen. They're telling us fucking everything is gonna shine. It's gonna be awesome.
They gotta have something though.
Yeah, something, but it's not gonna be the butter something. It's definitely not gonna be that shit. It's gonna be some margarine shit. That's what it is.
Margarine.
So if
that's what it'll be.
If this is to be taken correctly, they have an amazing, innovative controller that can make you feel environmental sensations like rain and wind all hooked up to a system that is so powerful it's going to make PCs jealous and have to rethink the entire paradigm of the games that they make. Like,
I mean, that's you making up like 90% of the whole thing.
No.
These are all claims that people have made.
Yeah, it is true. Brett's
right. This is what Tim Sweeney said.
They just said,
he doesn't work for Sony, man.
Okay. So then the guy that helped make that PS5 engine demo that everyone's getting really
excited
about.
It's not the PS5 engine demo. It's an Unreal Engine demo, man.
The Unreal Engine demo that ran on PS5.
Yeah, but they could also run on stuff. Yeah, but it could also run on other systems, bro.
Okay, whoa. You guys can't claim it's unbiased. Like, he had Sony's dick halfway down his throat.
No, I didn't say that. I said he's not an employee of Sony.
Okay, he's not employee of Sony, but he's tooting Sony's horn every chance he gets. It's just the point.
At a Sony event. It was at a Sony event. Yeah,
it was pretty much a Sony event. You talk about how it was.
I thought it was Summer Game Fest.
No.
Dude, the way that they presented it was sponsored by Sony with Sony.
We're talking about that.
No, but
he's not saying literally.
Yeah, but the point is, all these claims that are being made is not from Sony. It's from people that are working with Sony, sure, but it's not by Sony directly. Just trying to clarify that.
Oh, okay. So they're just from people who are working with Sony, who are speaking on behalf of Sony and sponsored by Sony.
I don't know about behalf. I don't know about that, but...
What? Are you serious? Did you not watch the same thing I did?
No, I didn't watch that fucking thing. I just watched the fucking demo and that was it.
Oh, no, okay. Yeah, no, he spent half his time sucking Sony's dick. There was.
Well, he's not going to talk bad about him, you know.
If you didn't know the way that the industry ran, you would think that was a Sony conference.
Yeah. Oh no, some people did think that, but it was just literally
that wasn't a
Jeff Keighley's
Sony
thing.
conference.
It was.
No, okay.
They didn't show any games.
Okay, but here's the thing: you guys are splitting hairs. When Brian, I'm sorry to cut you off, but when Brian is talking about an event that is essentially a Sony event, you guys are splitting hairs. It was essentially a Sony event. I know it wasn't put on by Sony, but Sony. Gave
that's all I wanted to. That's all I wanted to hear you say.
Okay,
it wasn't a Sony event.
Well, okay, it wasn't put on by Sony, but Sony paid to put it on.
But you're
draw that line.
But my thing is, like, you're putting like all of these expectations that Sony themselves haven't said. You're just getting whatever your interpretation of.
You think Sony did not have anything to do with the things that he said? You think he didn't run a fucking script by Sony with all of the things that he was going to say? You think Sony didn't pay him?
We don't know that.
Oh, jeez, really?
Yeah. Dude, you're looking for shit to complain about now.
No, I believe it. You do any of these events, they always run by something.
I mean,
what are you going to say?
No, but the point is, Sony has not directly said this shit themselves. That's my point. It's other people saying it, you know?
Okay, even if they haven't said that, even if it's just people who pretty much work for Sony and have been given money by Sony at a show that has been at least partially sponsored by Sony, Brian's argument is still the same. You're splitting hairs.
Okay, my argument's still the same too. Then
you could argue that Mark Cerny said these things in his conference thingamajig.
See, Mark Cerny, we could see that guy's an actual Sony employee. You know,
but then
that shit we could say.
Very similar cases that he mentioned that the speed of the SSD was higher.
No, we're talking about the controller.
We're talking about the controller right now, bro.
No. Brett is saying about everything else. Like,
yeah. Oh no! If it came out of a Sony employee's mouth, then yes, go ahead. You're saying Tim Sweeney is not an employee of Sony. You know,
he's a contractor.
Sure, but he's not an employee.
No. Okay, hold on. You want to split hairs here? Here's what's going on. When you sign a contract with that kind of company, you are either an independent contractor or an employee, and the line is fucking blurred. They are still your boss. They can still tell you what to do and what to say, and you can't. You are.
I highly doubt Tim Sweeney is like under contract like that with Sony. The engine's coming out for everything, bro. It's not just coming out for PS5.
It's more of a partnership than
it's a partnership. Yeah, it's not a contract. Come on, bro.
Okay. When you're a contractor, they own you. That they tell you what to do. They tell you what to. They do, because if they end the contract, if you're a contractor, then you're obliged to work for that company. They can tell you they can let you go whenever you want, and you don't have a paycheck after they let you go.
Exactly, and you have less protection because they can work you as many hours as you want because you're not an employee and you don't have employee protection. Which is why
you're stretching this so.
Okay. How am I stretching when you're talking about a company that comes out, mentions that they've been in close collaboration with Sony? This is running on a Sony machine. They keep talking about Sony. How are you going to say like, oh, this is completely independent and unbiased? They don't work for Sony.
No, it's completely biased. I agree. It's completely biased. But this is what happens when you have partnerships. If for example, if like let's say me and Tony had a partnership. Tony was Sony and I was, I don't know, fucking G's McGee's developer. And Tony and then like I release my game, I'm gonna speak good of of Tony and his product. Like I'm not gonna talk shit.
And like, you're not gonna run that by Tony. Tony isn't gonna know that you're saying
he doesn't need to run it by me.
Tony doesn't run his articles about when he does reviews to other companies.
Yeah, I don't do that either, Brett. You know, and I'm an independent contractor. You know,
have you seen when Carlos went on the ARC podcast and talked all the shit about Throwdown? You missed it. He just went off.
Yo, man,
I think we're stretching the meaning of contractor here. Like again,
okay, but even then,
yeah. Go ahead.
Okay, let me just say something real quick. Like is it biased? Probably, yeah. Like I think they have something in the back, you know, like a backroom deal or something. It's like, hey, show this on PS5 when you reveal the Unreal Engine. Okay, but when you do those types of partnerships, like you always speak good of your partners, but it doesn't mean that you're subservient to them.
No, but but if you're partnered with Tony and you tell me something about your partnership, and then Brian comes along and says, "Oh, you can't trust Carlos because Tony is the partner in here, and Carlos has no right to speak on behalf of the partnership," that's the fucking stupid point of view. To talk like you can't talk to these people who are partnered with Sony and believe what they say about Sony when they talk about Sony is just bending. It's looking so far through the looking glass that you're just. How can I not believe what the partners of Sony say about Sony?
You know who else is partnered with Sony? EA. You know who else is partnered with Sony? Capcom. You know who else is partnered with Sony? Fucking Ubisoft.
Yeah,
you know who else is
Microsoft.
partnered with Sony? Microsoft.
Minecraft.
You know, they're all partnered with each other. That's why they don't talk explicit shit about each other. They're all part of the game. They all don't want to stir the boat and screw up their company, especially with relationships, especially with PR.
Okay, so you're gonna let these partner companies make wild claims that are untrue?
I don't know if
we don't know if they're
or not.
untrue. We don't know. They could be true. They could not be true. We don't fucking know.
Am I going crazy here, Brian? It's.
Yes.
I don't know how else to explain this.
No, you just flat out said this is untrue. We don't know. You could be right. You could be wrong. We don't know.
I didn't say that it's untrue. I said
you just said that. You literally just said that like 30 seconds ago.
Maybe I'm not expressing myself clearly. Here's the point that I'm making. When somebody enters a partnership and somebody in that partnership says something about that partnership, I am going to believe it. If somebody is developing for Sony and they say something about the Sony system, why would I not believe it? You guys are saying that I shouldn't believe all of these wild claims because they're made by developers and not Sony themselves. But they're working with Sony. Why would they shoot themselves in the foot? I'm not
saying we never said don't believe him. I'm saying again what I said before. Sony is not making these claims. These guys are. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Put their asses on the line. Don't do it like you're talking shit about Sony. I'm like, but Sony's not making these claims. It's the other guys.
Yeah. If you want to say Tim Sweeney's full of shit, like you went on a whole rant about Tim Sweeney. I never stopped you. Go ahead, say whatever you want about him. He's the one making those claims. You just talk shit about the indie developer. Go right the fuck ahead.
Oh no, I'm not even talking shit on Sony. Like, yeah, you guys think I'm attacking Sony. I'm not. I'm saying this is what's out there. This is what the current belief is in the zeitgeist, and it has been put there by partners of the people we're talking about. Okay. So the common audience has no reason not to believe the shit that they've heard from PlayStation developers. And the things that we've heard seem to be wildly Peter Molyneux-esque.
Okay, see, that's fair at least. I'm not going to agree with you, but I see where you're coming from now. Like you're basically saying these guys that are partnered with Sony, working with Sony, are making these claims that you feel are untrue, and then while the populace who isn't as well informed as us will just believe it blankly. That's your main concern. I can understand that.
Well, they're just making wild claims that just wild claims that are not true. Like, oh, the PlayStation can do this, the PlayStation can do this, the PlayStation can do this, just to fucking hit the news cycle. And I'm like, okay, all of these can't possibly be true. Like, the next thing you're gonna tell me is it'll give me a back massage. Like, we'll have to see it. It could be No Man's Sky. You're right about that. It could be, but they could be right. We don't know at this point. That's all I'm trying to get at. It could be bullshit, and as history has shown, a lot of bullshit does happen.
It just really depends on how important those claims are to you. They're always gonna do market speak. They're always gonna exaggerate everything. Every company does this, but it just depends on what. Like, for example, when fucking Mark Cerny says there'll be no load times, I'm putting their fucking feet to the fire when I play my first PlayStation 5 game. If this shit has load times, I'm gonna fucking tell them. It's like, yo, what the fuck?
Yeah, here's my thing, right? Yeah, no, and just because again, Brett, you did say not true. Once again, here's my thing. To me, the whole no load time thing sounds ludicrous. But I don't know that for sure, so I can't make that claim, even though it sounds like bullshit to me. Understand?
No, and that's what I'm saying. Okay, so if you take everything that anybody has said and assume they're all true, there's no load time. God, I forget. There's no load time.
By the way, for the record, Brett, the whole DualSense thing with the rain, I think that's bullshit too. But I don't know yet. I haven't played it.
I know. My point was, if you put together a Frankenstein of all the claims made about PlayStation 5, they can't all possibly be true.
I agree.
We know we're getting fed bullshit from somewhere. That was my only point, and I think it's this rain thing. Like when you talk about like all the things that you can do, like, okay, now we're fucking crossed by like, oh, you feel rain on your hands. Like, this thing is not a miracle machine. It's just a stronger system. That's all it's gonna be. I don't buy have. It'll have shorter load times. Yeah. Will it probably eliminate some load times? Yeah. Is it able to move power quickly? Sure. Is it going to influence and revolutionize the next decade of PC development? Oh, are you going to be able to feel wind and rain and snow across your hands as you play it? No, come on. It's a fucking controller.
You don't know that.
Yeah, we don't know. We don't know, man. We'll have to see. I agree with you. I think it's bullshit, but I don't know. I can't be saying yes or no.
We're gonna see a bunch of asterisks next to all these damn features. All this only works on this. All this. Oh, we didn't even talk about it. Yeah, the load time. But remember, this is server issues. That's separate. That's not actually in the game.
Yeah, let's roll out.
Let's roll out. But admin are on the same page.
Yeah. By the way, let's roll out Sean Murray so he can tell us about PlayStation 5. Oh man, he'll say yes to everything. You know.
Yeah, I guess for me, it just depends on what the claim is. Like, if someone's saying, "Hey," if fucking Nintendo's saying, "Hey, like look at this fucking ice cube on the fucking Joy-Con."
Oh yeah, I remember that shit. You know.
It's like they didn't really make it like it didn't really evolve on that. But it's like, I don't really care. That's just fucking Rumble. Who gives a shit? Like, as long as it rumbles, that's all I care about.
Yeah. By the way, that's my stance too. I don't give a fuck. You know, as long as it rumbles, I don't give a shit. You know.
But when Microsoft shows a fucking console that I paid $500 for with a Kinect that they said was going to be supported for all of its lifespan, but it's only supported for a few years, and then that's something that I get pissed about. If Sony has load times on their games after telling me that the first news that I ever get from the system other than a logo is that this system will not have load times, and it has load times, and I look forward to it, and I buy the console because of it, then I'm gonna be pissed.
Do you really think it's gonna have no load times?
But if an indie
developer, I don't believe that shit for a fucking second.
But if an indie developer, But if an indie developer is telling me that you're gonna feel wind and rain and shit, I'm like, okay, that's cool, but I'm not gonna buy the system because of that. And then doesn't do it, then I'm not gonna worry about it. You know, like, am I the only one? You know, it's my turn. It's my turn. Am I the only one that thinks like this?
No, I agree with you. I don't care. To be honest, you know, like, you tell me like, oh, it does this remote, that remote, but I don't give a fuck. Does the controller work? That's all I care about. You know.
Big selling point for you for this PS5 then? What's the one thing like, shit, I can't wait because of blank?
Oh, the biggest selling point for PlayStation 5?
PlayStation,
PlayStation 5 games, baby. It's always been like that.
What about it? So just new games. It doesn't even matter if it's on PS5.
No, PlayStation 5 games. No, PlayStation 5 games. God of War, you know, Infamous, shit like that. The exclusives, man. The same reason I always keep buying systems.
So the what ifs?
Yeah, the ones that haven't been announced yet.
Yeah,
I don't know if they haven't been announced yet. You know, haven't been announced.
But that's what I'm saying. I mean,
actually, Adam, I don't think I'm understanding your question. All
right, so what is the like right now the touting, right? That their big feature is the no load time. It's going to look pretty and all that stuff eventually when the Unreal new engine stuff. But right off the bat, we know that the SSD is supposed to be super, super fast, right? No load time. That's the selling point that they're pushing right now.
Yeah.
You're saying that's not a selling point for you. What's a selling
I didn't say that.
I just asked you what's your key selling point. You said video games, the games that they make.
Yeah, that's obviously one of them. But here's the thing, because I think I know where you're getting at. Are you asking me what is my selling point for getting the PlayStation this year? Because if that's your
right now.
Oh no, didn't you
right now,
Adam? If you've been on the show, which I know you have, I said
I've never been on.
I already said I'm probably not going to get the PlayStation 5 this year because there's nothing for me to get this year because all this shit's going to be on PS4. No, not this year. Not this year. No. You know, I know PlayStation 5 is going to bring that heat eventually, but this year, I feel this generation is going to be a repeat of this. I mean, next generation is going to be a repeat of this generation, which means they probably won't get good for 2 years. You know,
shit from the thing. I'm the only one that's guaranteed to get it this year, and the only reason why I'm getting it is because I buy shit at when it launches, and I know I'm going to get it eventually. But if I was stretched for cash or something, or I had, you know, other things to worry about, then I wouldn't get it this year. Yeah. They haven't given me a reason to.
No. For either system, let's just be real.
Yeah, no, for either system. Yeah. The only thing that's really got me hyped with the Xbox One, the Series X, is the design. I really want to see that UI. If that UI is beautiful, or if it fucking just do a retro design. I've been for the longest time when they were doing themes and shit, and they kept asking. I'm telling you, every thread, Major Nelson on his podcast, like, oh, God, put in a few. Everyone's like, just bring back to fucking themes of like the retro designs of like we can bring the 360 and those type of things with the blades. Make it simple, clean it up. Just if they do that, if they add that on top of it, that's awesome for me. But right now it's just a design. We don't know what the PS5 is going to look like.
No, we don't at all. Which is troubling too. But I've said that many times. I am waiting on that PS5 because I don't think we're going to get anything big on it. I could be wrong, but that's what I think right now, just based off of what I haven't seen so far. All right, man, let's move on here. Where the fuck are we? All right, speaking about the PlayStation 5 or PlayStation 4 in this case. So and this is for Brett's favorite game of all time, by the way, The Last of Us 2. So they announced a Last of Us 2 bundle, limited edition PS4 Pro bundle. And I threw this story in here mainly for Brian because I agree with Brian. This is one of the laziest fucking limited edition Pro bundles I've seen in my life. Brian, go ahead, man. Take over.
It looks like trash. It's just bad. Like I don't know who it is who actually designs these limited edition consoles, but they need to be sacked because they're just really, really bad.
Did you hear
let Brian finish, bro. Let Brian finish. Go ahead, Brian.
There's just no contest. It's like someone just takes a PS4, maybe they change the color slightly, and then just slap on a random logo and like, okay, cool, it's done. It's like, no, like, where's the effort? Where's the passion? Where's the love? Like, where's the actual proof that you actually tried to make something that stands out? Again, I can just do that with damn printer and say, hey, it's limited edition. It has a sticker on it. Like, at least the Xbox ones, they stand out. They are different looking. Like, look at the Cyberpunk 2077 one. It looks visually different. It looks like they put in some effort. They looked at what the game is and said, okay, cool, let's take aspects off that and put it inside of or on the console, rather than just, hey, we'll take a logo from the game and put it on the console and call it a day. Like, no, man, just try harder, please. It's embarrassing. Like, I honestly don't see why people just say, hey, it's limited edition console, I'll buy another one because it looks slightly different. It's like, come on, man. Like, these are bad standards. Like, and this is one of the reasons why Brett is probably really annoyed at Sony, because again, it's just very low effort.
I don't actually hate that. I thought it was quite nice, to be honest. Nice, and to be honest, is like, I know people are like, hey, it's got to be all outlandish and all that stuff, but what the fuck are you gonna put on? It's all that is Ellie's tattoo. I thought it was interesting and subtle, and the only problem I have with that PS4 is the fact that it says Last of Us on. I never like it when it has to say what fucking game it comes from.
Yeah, you don't want a little Ellie on there?
No, I mean, to me, what were you gonna? Okay, what are you gonna put on the front of that console? A giant Ellie head? That's even stupider than
giant Ellie head.
The angry Ellie face.
They said people requested this.
Big angry lesbian and shit.
That people wanted this. I thought wasn't very good. Where you just take the fucking cover of the game and then run a threshold effect on it and then just slap it on the side of the. That's even worse.
I'm thinking about
it has to do with the game. It's her crazy tattoo that she has on her right arm. Okay, fine. And the other thing I have an issue with is what they did with the controller. I think the controller, right? He could have did something a little bit better than that. Kind of, taking a shellac and just shellacking leaves on it and saying "Last of."
Yeah, it's like Last of Us on the touchpad and then some leaves and shit.
I think the embedded tattoo onto the console actually is kind of, it's like it's inset.
Yeah.
But maybe people think it's too subtle for a game, even though that's what they're kind of trying to do. Put a bow. Oh yeah, I got it. Put a bow and arrow on it.
That fires.
They don't put any of the monsters on the. They always fucking hero.
The Gears of War one was dope. They actually had the fucking cog on there and shit and all this cool stuff on the console.
Well, Gears of War has all this essentially marketable fucking merchandise. What does Last of Us have?
Yeah, that is true.
A tattoo, some bloody shit.
A shank. They could have had a bloody shank.
A gun. A gun. Like there's in Last of Us. What in that game is the most marketable thing other than the fucking clicker?
No, you have a point there.
Yeah. So what do you put on there? So like again, you could put a giant head on it, or you could put a fucking clicker head on it, or you could do more subtle, which is put her tattoo on the side of the
Yeah. I mean, it's probably a little too much for your average consumer, but like, why not have a hand palm up, kind of curled fingers from like the bottom left corner of the thing, like obviously a dead person's hand with like a little pool of blood coming around and some of the mushroom spores growing out of the ground, and like a discarded shank or something like that. Like that'd be a dope cover.
There's a thing. There's a theme to all the PlayStation covers, and if you notice, whenever they do them, they never do color. They're always like some sort of inlet thing, some sort of like logo from it, something else other than the thing, other than the stupid Uncharted 4 one, which I think is probably one of the worst ones. It's like, hey, look, let's just put the cover on it. So, but to each his own on that.
Cover these nuts.
Oh man.
Okay, if you're like, I mean, I don't like. I know people have lots of complaints about it, but they don't offer. At least Brett offered a decent.
Yeah, that is
solution,
true.
as opposed to being like, hey, it's the biggest game ever, and it's gotta look like. What did you think it was gonna look like? What did the last of the because they did do a Last of One special PlayStation. What did they do on that one?
I don't even remember.
They put the fucking cover on the damn thing and just threshold it. That's all they did.
And again, I'm going to use this opportunity to point out that you can very cheaply go online and get any image from the entire internet turned into a custom vinyl. Yeah. So you can make your PlayStation completely independent. I mean, fuck, you could ask Manny here to draw you something. Of course, you have to throw a few bucks because motherfuckers don't work for free. But ask Manny to make you a one-off shot. You can get a custom Throwdown PlayStation if you want for like, I don't even know.
Yeah. Even with a custom audio bump for the Xbox with Carlos saying "dirt," and we go press the button, go "dirt."
Visit Manny Convention. Have him do a sketch for you. Scan that shit. Put it on your PlayStation.
Yeah, I mean, you can put it like with a lot of those vinyl things. You can put anything on Xbox. So there's also that alternative. But one thing I do like about a lot of the special consoles, especially the ones that Xbox does, and they actually do some, some things that you cannot do with a vinyl. Like, in other words, you have sections that are essentially, like, again, inlet sort of stuff, stuff that you would have to literally machine in order to do right?
Oh, yeah, I've just never run into that with PlayStation.
All I gotta say is, man, if you use my likeness in any of those D-brand skins, I'm throwing a copyright strike.
Oh shit, DMCA baby.
All right, Carlos, that's it. That seals it. I'm gonna get your face as my PlayStation 5 cover.
My only the only thing that because I'm from the from the vinyl stuff. I'm so remember like from the old days when you used to stick stickers on your fucking Game Boy or your plate.
Oh man.
Man. That's just
Nintendo
awesome.
Power used to make those little stickers that would go on the side. Then it's like, but then they look nasty when they start to, the adhesive starts to come off. But those things, obviously, they're like color forms. They just essentially lift right off. Wow. Right?
Well, according to the presser there, they did this to answer the fans' request. Fans wanted this. They fell in love with this tattoo and had to have it on.
Oh, really? That's what they said?
Yeah, that's what they said. They said this
I want Brett to review that tattoo. That's what I want.
They were like, this is what fans wanted. I'm like, this wasn't even in the games before. This is something new. And like, this.
She just got it for this. She got it for this game.
That's what I'm saying. And I can't believe that people are like, shit, we really want more of this tattoo. Do something with it. It's like, all right, we'll put it on the console that we have in the back. Got to sell overstock stuff, so no one's gonna buy a PS4 now Pro. So put a sticker on it. Want to buy it now?
Yeah, and what is his retail for?
I would say
$3.99.
$3.99, usual price.
Yeah.
I would say my favorite of the PlayStations is actually the Destiny one, the white one. With the logo
That was
and
actually
shit.
pretty cool. By the way, you
That
could
one-
buy the controller for $65 separately if you want.
Well, no, that controller. I have to say that's probably the worst part of that about that special edition, because that is like the laziest shit ever. It's just like they look like, again, it just looks like they took some shellac and just, okay, here we go. It's this Last of Us 2 on the touchpad, and then it's on the side. At least Death Stranding did like a freaking see-through controller. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe the fact that the Death Stranding one essentially blew that one out of the water.
Uh-oh. It was too good for its own good. Oh man. All right, let's move on, man. Carlos, this one's for you, man. So apparently they debuted the trailer for Christopher Nolan's new movie called Tenet in Fortnite. So Carlos, tell us what's going on here.
Yeah, apparently Christopher Nolan slash I don't know what company he works for, but yeah, Christopher Nolan and Epic and Fortnite have like some sort of partnership. I don't know, maybe they're contractors or something. But like they released the Tenet,
Nice.
the new Tenet trailer for the highly anticipated Christopher Nolan film, which is kind of like Inception-esque in a way. It looks really good. It's pretty crazy, just like what Fortnite has been doing these last couple of months. Like they had the whole Travis Scott concert there. So, like I tweeted this out, and I think, I don't know, like it's the first thing that came into my mind when I saw this, and I'm like, yeah, Fortnite is pretty much doing what PlayStation Home tried to do back in the day. It's like they have, trailers, they have gatherings, concerts. It's just crazy. And we're actually talking about like what other game could do this. I think Adam mentioned Cyberpunk. But I think Fortnite is a perfect game for this because it's not, like a resource intensive game, so you can put other shit into the map, like a concert or a huge theater and stuff. So yeah, it's pretty cool. And they're also going to do they're going to show, or they're going to premiere a Christopher Nolan movie on Fortnite. I don't know which one it's going to be. I doubt it's going to be the new one. If the Tenet one, if it is, that'll be crazy. That'll be, I don't know how much fucking Epic paid for that shit, but yeah,
they got money for days right now, so who knows?
Got that Tencent money.
This is, yeah, right. Oh man. So this may be a dumb question because I don't.
Why is it?
I don't participate in Fortnite or any of that nonsense. So how does this work? Like you log into the game. How do you watch the movie? Is it just like floating up in the air?
That's the part I don't know, actually.
Like, are people still running around shooting each other?
Oh yeah, they are running around.
You have to go to a certain part, a certain location, and when you go to that location, then you'll see the screen. And there was I remember for the Star Wars one, there was a countdown, and then that's it. And then you just wait, and then
okay. How did that work? By the way, I just learned about that Star Wars thing literally tonight doing the story. Tony.
We were in one. Remember?
Were we?
Thanos.
Yeah, but we weren't like watching a movie.
Yeah, but it's kind of like the similar concept. It's like I think we're in a game, and like Adam mentioned, you go to a specific location, and that's where everything is. Because the Travis Scott concert one, I saw people moving around, and I think like the game took you different places too. Like it went from one world to another. It was like, it looked freaking badass, man. Actually, like it made me slightly like a 1% little bit jealous that I don't play the game, because that looks pretty cool. That's something I would be super excited about if I was like, in my young like teens or early 20s.
Yeah, I mean, more power to him. I don't get it, but sure. But so hold on, that Travis Scott, was that was he the giant that I saw?
Yeah, he's a giant.
So what did he do? He's stomping on people. Like what was he doing?
No, it was just a concert where like he was like performing, like the whole giant was performing, and then suddenly like everything, like the map started shifting. Like you went outer space, you went a different like different maps. It's like it was this whole other thing, like a lot of psychedelic looking kind of things. Like it was pretty cool. I recommend people watching that video if they haven't seen it already.
Interesting. But like, so hold on. Let's say I was there at that Travis Scott concert and you were there, wouldn't you see it from a slightly different angle than I would, since we're controlling different characters?
I don't know. I do not know. I think because I saw Ninja streamed it. I think he had other people in his party, like in the game. So, but I'm not sure if they were all seeing the same thing, or they were like the exact same position, or they were moving around and like somehow was guiding them. I think I would assume they were in the same position, but I don't know. I don't remember, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't know. Interesting. I legit have no interest in doing shit like that. But who knows? Maybe they'll throw Hip Hop Gamer in there. You know, just like PlayStation at home. You know, have the spinning belt and everything. You know, imagine a giant Hip Hop Gamer. Yo, spin the belt on my TV.
So then, basically, a normal size hip hop gamer.
Yo, chill, man. Chill. That's for Torrance to say shit like that, man. Oh God, Hip Hop Gamer will fuck you up, man. Like that dude has muscles, man.
Yo, man. So I got to ask a question.
Uh-oh.
I know it's going to deviate a little bit, but well, I'll see. I'll see if you allow it, Tony.
Sure.
Which Christopher Nolan movie would you like to see in Fortnite? Like if you were to get to choose from one Christopher Nolan movie, which one would you choose?
Can I give the asshole answer?
I don't want to watch a movie of Fortnite.
Thank you.
Yeah, I know you're going to say that.
Thank you. Exactly.
But
Fuck
I'm saying,
that.
like, if someone was forcing you, like, to watch it, you had to do it. Like, what movie?
Oh yeah, like for work or something. Dark Knight.
Okay, that's a good one.
Oh, Adam.
I don't play Fortnite.
No, you're being forced. I got forced into it. You're going to do it too, motherfucker.
Being forced? Shit. So it's got to be something I definitely want to see in that environment with all these people. There's only one, man. RoboCop. Dead or
no.
Alive.
Christopher Nolan movie, man.
He's doing that one. Dead or Alive. You're coming with me. You said I'm being forced in my first fantasy.
Yeah, you're being forced to watch a Christopher Nolan movie.
Oh, fuck. And why not? The fake Batman. Let's do
the fake Batman.
Christian Bale my ass.
By the way, I saw the trailer for Tenet right now. The new Batman is in this movie, which is interesting. Which is really weird, you know. So it's like
the guy from Jersey.
No. So you got the new Batman, the guy from the fucking Vampire Sprinkly movie or whatever the fuck.
Oh no! What?
And Alfred's in it too. It's like, okay, this is interesting, you know.
He's in all of the Christopher. I think
he is. Yeah, Master Wayne.
Master Wayne.
All right, Brett. What about you? Christopher Nolan movie? You're being forced at gunpoint to watch it in Fortnite.
It's just a gimmick. It's not going to take off as like the new thing.
Well, how many people didn't watch that Travis Scott fucking thing? Like millions of people. You know,
I don't even know who Travis Scott is.
By the way, I didn't know that name either until tonight. I was like, ooh, that sounds like a reporter or something. You know,
I thought it was a basketball player.
Nope, it's a rapper.
Oh, man, I can't make that joke on air. All right. Oh man. I'm not gonna say. I'm not gonna get in trouble. All right, Brett doesn't give a fuck about answering. Brian.
I'll go with Interstellar because space and it's 3 hours long and looks really damn good.
No, don't pick that one.
Interstellar. That's Brian's answer. Interstellar was bad though.
I don't like it.
What's wrong with Interstellar?
I'm not gonna get into that like video game show, bro.
Come on, man, that was too long. Brian, they dragged out when he was in space, and it's
all I gotta say is your Age of
Sure.
Ultron, your Age of Ultron take is a little bit vindicated because I appreciate people who like Interstellar.
Damn,
Interstellar is a good movie. Like it's incredibly accurate.
No, I'm gonna send you a video of Neil deGrasse Tyson actually destroying that movie, breaking down all the wrong shit in it. You know.
No, he actually says that it's actually quite accurate. Like he talks about lots of theories in there that actually make sense. And I looked at them like, it's legit. Like, okay, fine. They take some credibilities with like the last 20 minutes of the film. Like that's fine, whatever. I don't care.
By the way, but Brian, it's kind of funny you say that because literally it's the last 20 minutes where I lost it. I was like, oh, because I liked it up to that point. I liked it up to that point. You know, I liked it up to that point.
Fucking soundtrack, man.
No, by the way, I know this is not the movie down or whatever, but basically when they got to the black hole, that's when the whole movie derailed for me.
It went all, that's what I'm saying. It's like
I liked it. I'm like, yo, this is tight.
I was like, no,
like I wanted a hard sci-fi movie, and it was that until they got to the black hole. That's when it got stupid. You know, and I'm like, okay, fuck this shit. You know.
So basically, it's 90% great and 10% bad. Hence, it's bad.
It's Mass Effect 3.
Yo, nah, you can't say that, Tony. Mass Effect 3 was a good game. I hated the ending as much as the next little
Interstellar. That's literally Interstellar. Like the whole thing is really good until like the last 20 minutes, and then it's like okay. Whatever.
But that's the problem. It's like the last 20 minutes ruined the experience. You know, that's the problem. When they got to the black hole, and then when Anne Hathaway was like, oh, the thing that connects the universe is love. I'm like, check, please. I'm fucking done. This is a hard sci-fi movie. You're throwing this bullshit at me.
He went into a black hole. There was no spaghettification. Hence, I was like, okay, I'm out now. Like my brain has seen this film and left now, so it's walked.
Yeah.
So hence why I was like, okay.
And by the way, I need to say this. Okay, so we have to evacuate Earth because everything's fucked up. So where are we gonna go? We're gonna go to a planet that's close to a black hole. Really? Terraform Mars. Oh God. Anyway, let's get to. Oh yeah, Manny, Christopher Nolan movie in Fortnite.
I mean, it is what it is. Fortnite is probably the most popular advertising form there is out there.
Yeah. So which movie would you like to see of Christopher Nolan in Fortnite if you were forced to?
I mean, watching something in Fortnite.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I would actually not prefer to be watching it in there anyway.
No, we all agree on that, but you're being forced. We're being forced. You have to go with it.
You have to go with it?
Yes, you have to.
To be honest, it would have to be something that's more fitting within the Fortnite world. I feel like Christopher Nolan is a little bit too heady for.
Well, we're answering Carlos's question right now, man.
For a little Jim.
Pick the fate back, man, and let's just.
Man, you say Batman, and you just go with it.
Any one of the Marvel movies or something like that.
All right, so Inception then. All right, and Carlos, what about you?
Oh, Inception? No, I would say fucking Batman Begins.
Okay, there you go. Thank you.
Or Batman, or Dark Knight Returns.
There you go. Action-y movies.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, again, like Inception's fucking heady for kids.
Yeah.
So they lose interest. They'll probably lose interest after watching seconds because they're talking to them. So what you do? You got Batman in there. Put a Batman film in there.
All right, fair enough. And then Carlos, what about you, man?
Even though I appreciate Brian's answer because that they could do like backgrounds of the movie where it's like in space and shit, that would be pretty sick. But I'd have to go with one of my favorite movies of all time. That's Inception.
Inception was a good movie.
It's really good, man.
Yeah, it was good, man. I like that fucking movie. That ending was fucking good when it brought it all together. I'm like, oh yeah, shit. Crazy. Yeah, all right, man. And the final story of the night, Adam, you're gonna like this one, man. So they actually had Gears of War 3 running on a PlayStation 3 as an internal test. So they released an 8-hour video. I think it was literally the entire game. Pretty cool
without
shit.
The ending, yeah.
Without the ending.
I remember hearing something like this was passed around a long time ago, and I remember hearing this, and I was like, it wouldn't surprise me because it was Epic doing their thing with their engine, and they were testing a bunch of games on engine, and then there was a rumor. It's like, oh, I heard there's a Gears out there. The places I go and I see things, and I saw it, and I was like, okay. And there were some playable copies if you had your PS3 modded, you could play it. Then there was one that you could play on the PC. So. Wasn't surprised. It's crazy.
So by the way, because people were like wondering for a while, it's like, oh, it's just a fake. No, Epic it came out, and they were like, no, this is real.
Cliffy B came out and said, oh, it's fake, but he knew that shit wasn't fake. He was there at that time. Well, maybe he wasn't. Maybe he wasn't there. Was he there for? No, he was there for.
Yeah,
3,
he was. Yeah, he was there.
He finished. Yeah, at 3. It was after 3 that he left. But it was there. No, it was definitely real. It was definitely real. But I never thought it was going to be released.
No. It was just a test. It was just a test.
Testing their engine and just making it run on new hardware, different hardware. That's it. So who knows? Maybe at some point they were thinking about, because even though it was an exclusive thing, Microsoft did not own it.
No.
And that was a big deal when Microsoft wound up eventually buying the franchise from Epic Games. So it's very possible, and who knows? Maybe that was something that they purposely were messing around with and just telling Microsoft, "Hey, we're thinking of doing this port thing." Like, whoa, 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 whoa.
No, I doubt that. I think it was just they said it's an internal test.
Yeah,
that's all it is. Because a lot of people obviously they jumped to the conclusion, oh, it was gonna come out for PlayStation. No, it wasn't.
No, because it was a port. It wasn't like it was custom made for it. It was just they were just trying to test to see if they can port titles over to it. That saves them time and money if they can do that.
Yeah, so I watched a little bit of the video. Pretty cool. It's Gears of War 3 on PlayStation 3. That's about it, Pretty cool stuff, man. All right, I think we're done here, people. So thank you for watching and listening. Subscribe to Throwdown on SoundCloud, iTunes, and YouTube. Follow us on Twitch, Twitter, and Facebook at Throwdown Show. Links are located in the description below. Once again, our show is Tony Polanco, and tonight I was joined by Emilio Lopez.
See you later, guys.
Carlos Robero.
Hey, take care, everyone.
Brett Murdoch.
See you later, party people.
Adam Vale.
Have a good weekend, everybody, and we'll see you tomorrow. We're going to actually do a live one for WrestleCast for Double or Nothing AEW, so you can come join into the coalition on YouTube or the website.
All right, and Brian Manjoma.
I think this was like one of the few podcasts where Brett and I have agreed on every single thing so far.
It happens, man. It's like the moon's aligning and shit, All right, people. We'll see you on Sunday later.
Deuces.
Later.
Man, the Snyder Cut.